In our interview, Nicole stated that leadership is a circular process, one that expands beyond one person to include the people behind your purpose and mission. Nicole used similar language to the definitions and components we talk and read about in class. Leadership is defined by Nordhaus as a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. Nicole attributes a common purpose, inspiration, influence, and support as being equal drivers of successful leadership. In the following brief synopsis of our interactions with Nicole, we will introduce her experiences through the lens of the social change model and illustrate social justice in action.
So as we talk about the social change model, there are different values, first being individual values. This includes the element of consciousness of self. This involves a lot of emotional intelligence. Nicole said that she believes emotional intelligence is important and each element is needed to be successful as she uses it in her position. Nicole mentioned that she does not reflect on her blind spots as much as she should, but she is open with her employees and is willing to hear criticism. Congruence is the next element, and that is about having consistent individual values and taking actions based on those values. In a direct question we asked Nicole about congruence, Nicole stated that she went to work at Grassroots because it was more in alignment with her values of kindness, respect, and compassion. She said that even on a bad day, she could do good things because this position is a part of who she is at the core. The last aspect is commitment, and this is where the leader demonstrates true dedication to their work. In many instances, working with the police department and other mental health professionals, Nicole shows examples of how she is dedicated to bringing awareness of mental health issues within the community.
Nicole DeChirico had many examples of how she effectively uses her leadership skills within a group. These are consistent with the social change model and also the previous reading we had about interactions in teams and groups. She works with the police departments and have them go through 40-hour training in order to achieve the common purpose, which is to prevent further suicide and bring awareness of mental health issues within the community. Through open and honest communication with the members of the group, she tries to come up with common solutions together with the members by resolving any difference of the individual's strengths and perspectives on specific issues. This exemplified controversy with civility and also the storming stage of the group developmental model. I think that her passion and interaction in collaborating with these groups strengthened her leadership skills.
The social change model talks a lot about change, and so did Nicole. Nicole's passion and commitment to help others in risk situations led her to have this idea of taking already existing helpers in the community and combining it with professionals. So she has this project out where she goes to hairdressers and bartenders and talk to them about what they see, what they hear, because they talk to a lot of people who are in high-risk situation. A lot of people with mental illnesses sit down and talk to them, and this is in the community, so it's easier for her to reach out and see what is actually going on. And after she did this project, she opened up the training for the community for free, and while the initiative is geared toward the natural helpers, anyone can go to the training. This project Nicole took on shows how this model is really used and how it's helpful. So citizenship is described as the individual and the group coming together to connect to the community and work towards positive change. And Nicole really touched base on this in the interview. She talked about how the Grassroots and the community have to work together to change the stigma of mental health and to lower the rates of suicide. Just for this to happen, it can't just be Grassroots. It has to be the whole community understanding the concept of mental health.
It was really beneficial for us as a group to be able to sit and talk with someone who had accomplished so much and was clearly an influential leader in the community. Nicole is a perfect example of a leader applying many of the things we learned in this class, including the social change model, Tuckerman's group development model, social justice, emotional intelligence, the list goes on. And her work is living proof of this. She told us about how she even left her previous job and took her current position at Grassroots just because she wanted to make a more significant impact on the community. Knowing that she wanted to bring better awareness to mental health issues, she's been collaborating with members of the community to help better educate them on common mental health problems and furthermore, even give direct assistance to those who might have these problems. As a leader, she believes that some of the most important strengths you can have are integrity, compassion, and transparency, and that those specific strengths can help the people around you buy into what you're doing as much as you do yourself. The experiences that she shared with us were a great example of how the application and execution of many of the ideas that we often discuss in class can cause massive change in a community and even better create transformational leaders.
Nicole described social justice to us through a ladder analogy, allowing each subsequent group of disadvantaged peoples a higher rung of a ladder on which to reach the same height as more privileged groups. This leveling of the playing field ties into her grassroots work through providing greater access to peoples experiencing mental illness and suicidal ideation, and through modifying the support systems which have the potential to enhance this access.